hours, went home, and everything was still fine. However, he did have a weird cry. My mother-in-law, she was staying with us at the time, she started noticing his cry was different. So we didn't think anything of it. The next morning, we wake up, and my son, he was pale. Okay, he was like a limp. He wasn't moving. His eyes were open. We were calling him Zachary, Zachary, trying to make him laugh, trying to do everything we can. Nothing. So we called urgent care because they told us don't call 911, call urgent care, okay, and we'll let you know what you need to do. So we called, and they said come on down. We barely not even made it to the exit. They said we're sorry, we can't do anything. Take him into the emergency room right now. So we went to Stanford Hospital, which is also, it's in Pleasanton. And we got him in. And after maybe a few hours, they pretty much brought him back, his color and everything. And he started crying, which that's what we wanted to see. However, they said, you know what? We can no longer do anything here. You're going to have to transfer him to Drummer Hospital. So they transfer him over there. And they did further studies on him and stuff. However, he started having seizures. So they said, you know what? We're so sorry. We can no longer do anything here. You're going to have to transfer him to Lucia Packer, which is in Palo Alto. So now you got to transfer him all the way over there. And immediately they started working on him. It was like 1 a.m. And, we didn't even think about sleep. I know you mothers out there, okay? As soon as you have your son or daughter is born, the last thing you want him to see him being in the hospital. So anyhow, he was in the Lucia Packer for over about a month. And what ended up happening was, okay, he was born with what they call hyperinsulin and hyperglycemia. What that means is his insulin gives out too much, his sugar level dropped, which caused a stroke, which then caused seizures. And we didn't even know that. So they immediately start giving him medication, just random things to help control his seizures and stuff. However, his seizures stopped while he's in the hospital, and they continue monitoring him and stuff. However, they said when they wanted to see if I was the carrier or my wife was the carrier, so they did a blood test. They come to find out neither one of us was a carrier. Come to find out, this is a 1 in 25,000 chances. However, okay, as time went by, and before they were going to release him from the hospital, they did a swallow study. However, he failed due to lack of his body, okay? So he left what they call the NG tube, where it goes through the nose, down to the stomach, which we feed him through a syringe for his milk. He went home, 12 different medications, okay? As time went by, one medication after another, he didn't have to take it anymore, okay? So throughout the whole time, at the course period is about 4 months since he's been home, he graduated from the NG tube to what they call the G tube, which is the one they put in the stomach, and it's like a little cap. You open it, you hook up the line, which goes into a bag and hooks up to the machine, okay? That's the way he eats, that's for his milk. However, he's taking solid foods, okay? He's able to drink liquids, okay, as far as like yogurt, milk and stuff. And if you see him, well, right now he's sleeping, but later on you guys will get to see him. But what's amazing about this is the whole time he was in the hospital and he was going through so much situations, I never told God why. Never. I trusted him. And I said, Lord, you have a purpose. You're allowing this to happen for the main reason, okay? I know it's not easy. We just had our son, and immediately he's in the hospital, okay? But I said, Lord, you have a purpose for him. And one of my favorite verses in the Bible is Psalm 46:10, to be still to know that I am God. So I kept reminding myself that verse in my head. And I said, Lord, you have a purpose for him. Okay? I commit him into your arms. So God gave me that reminder of Abraham when he was going to sacrifice his son Isaac, and God tested his faith. Well, that's the same faith that God gave me. And God still gave me that faith till today. So for those of you who are struggling, and just when you think you're losing hope, okay, always remember what the Lord is doing. Always remember that he's not done with you yet. And by God's grace, he gave me my son. But I always remember, Lord, he's your son. He's not my son. Because everything goes back to the Lord. So it's just amazing that when I see him, I see blessing. When I see him, I see encouragement. Even though, yeah, he drives me crazy sometimes, but that's what a kid does. But it's amazing. It's a blessing. So regardless of what you guys are struggling with, doesn't matter. Give it to the Lord. Let him deal with it. Because you know what? The best gift that God gave us is his son. Salvation. That's the best gift that God ever gave us. And everything else comes secondary. So just want to thank everybody today, and praise God. But don't give up. Don't. Go to him. Go to the Lord. There's nothing hard for him. So praise God. Thank you so much.